Welcome everyone to a Zija Super Saturday training, and the training topic of the day is going diamond. Now, you know what I've experienced in the past, a momentum cycle that has created diamonds or equivalency ranks, leadership ranks at a record speed. People who maybe spent years and years trying to get success, when they catch a wave, can go to the top if they simply, they're serious. If they want to do it, they can go wherever they want to go. And they can get there fast because momentum just makes everything easier. It makes everyone go fast. And we're about to experience this. So we're going to talk about going diamond and what that means, the lifestyle that you can have as a diamond, the trips you can take as a diamond, the perks. I was in the Army when I was young, and there was always something that we used to say, RHIP, rank has its privileges. So whenever somebody that was like, you know, a private was complain about some privilege or something that the officers had, everybody just said, RHIP, baby. So if you want the same privileges, you just rank up. And we're going to talk about ranking up through the early leadership levels of the comp plan, and we're really going to focus today's call on going diamond, because the life you can have as a diamond is truly a life unlimited. So before we get started here, there's a couple of people that I have on the line that I would just love for everybody to hear from, who has experienced this momentum and this success and went from years of part-time and trying to do the industry to all of a sudden, boom, hitting leadership ranks and experiencing life unlimited. So Tom and Carol Ferrier. Tom, are you with us?
I am. Good morning.
Good morning. I'd love for you to share your experience about what momentum created for you and the life you've been able to enjoy as a result of what you accomplished.
You know what, Colli and Sandy? Sandy, you did an awesome job on recapping the call for this morning. Thank you so much for doing that. And I've got one other thing I want to say about Zija Summit real quick, Colli, just because I'm excited about it. I'm got goosebumps right now just thinking about it. And Carol actually pulled up one of the keynote speakers that's going to be talking at Summit, Gary Cox. And I'll tell you what, folks, it's a 3-minute, 59-second video. You need to watch it. You need to really, gosh, even the $199 ticket would be worth it just to hear him with a transformation mindset and a brain reset that he's going to talk about. And you know what? That's what happened to me a little over 15 years ago. Having a traditional job for 30 years, and then the changes that happen. The process that needs to happen to achieve the ranks, just like Colli talked about. And, I want to encourage you, if you're on here and you want to build and you've made the commitment, that you get a hold of your upline that's successful and say, look, this is my commitment to you. I did this with Colli years ago. I said, look, this is where I want to go. And she said, okay. And was it easy? No, it wasn't. But the rewards are tremendous. Traveling the world, time freedom, financial freedom, all there if you'll act on it. I remember somebody talking about, well, that's coming up, but, Halloween's coming up, and then Thanksgiving, and then Christmas, and, and I got the kids out of school for Christmas, and then, some other holidays in between, and then all of a sudden Memorial Day and the summer's here, and then the kids are out of school all summer, and then Labor Day, and then and then we're right back to where we were a year ago. You know what? You can make a huge change. You can go diamond very quickly. This is the next wave, folks. Don't wait until after the holidays. Don't say, well, let's see what happens. Don't do that to yourself. Jump on board, get involved, make the commitment. That's a big one right there. Make the commitment that no matter what, you're going to stick to it. You're going to listen to your upline that's successful and building on what to do, how many hours a day to spend, who to talk to, how to talk to them, all the things that are necessary that we train on all the time. Do those things and it will happen for you. Thanks, Colli.
Awesome, Tom. Thank you so much. Wow. I just remember the years that you spent in the industry having that dream and having the vision and wanting it so badly, but not being with the company in momentum. And then I remember what happened. What was it from the time the momentum started, you got serious with the goals, you took a massive action, we were having your retirement party from work in, what was it, 1 year, 2 years? I don't remember, but
actually it was a lot less. It was a lot less than that. It was about 6 to 8 months.
6 to 8 months after how many years in the industry prior to momentum happening?
Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can count the years. I sort of count the companies, in and out, not understanding the industry, and before we, finally found the right company. Actually, you found it before I did, and said, "This is the one, Tom. Don't pass this up." And you know what? I was sort of negative at that point, and some things had to change for me. And as I got a little older and just said, you know what, I'm gonna humble myself, I'm gonna listen, I'm gonna do, and that's what changed our lives.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And you know what? That's all it takes. What it takes is finding the right company, but position and momentum, that's important. And we have that now. We're talking about that here today. And so, yeah, you got to get rid of the stinking thinking from the past and assuming it's going to be like this experience or that experience, or upset because this didn't happen or that, whatever. We just, clear the cobwebs, clear it, and pave the way for momentum. So, all right, I think I hear a little one in the background, which must mean that we have Eileen Cohen on the line. Eileen, are you there?
I am. I've got my 3-year-old granddaughter here who happens to love Xango and loves Moringa. Yes. Did you hear her say yes?
Yes,
loves
awesome.
It.
All right, Eileen, I wanted you to share with everyone as well, because you've also experienced that from the hard work when you first got involved in the industry and making the calls and having some success, for sure. If you do the work, you're going to have some success. And then the difference it made when you caught a wave. And could you just share with everybody what that meant for you and what that could mean for them?
Oh, it's just absolutely amazing. Right now we have the opportunity to really get on this wave and just ride it with work. You have to do the work. And like you said, I've been, when my husband passed away, he wasn't on board with me initially, so I had to build a little different than most people. But I saw the vision, and I had to really work hard to build the business. Once my check was up, he was a total believer in what we had, but he caught the vision as well. And the momentum is critical. But let me tell you, this is something that people don't realize. If you have something happen in your life and you have a job, or think about the people that were in Houston, and not only did they lose homes and they lost their belongings, they lost their jobs. They lost their income stream. What's going to happen to these people? And we moved, my husband was ill, and I took about 3 years off because I moved from Arizona to California and took care of them and this, that, and the other thing. And for 3 years, my check continued to come in, so I didn't have to go through all of my savings. And that is really life-changing when you think about it. I would have been devastated. My background before was real estate. I could never do what I did for him if I had to go out and make a living. And this is really critical when you think about what could happen in your life. And you don't know what happens. You don't know. He had an illness that the doctor said he would be gone in 2.5 years, and he lived 12.5 years. Thank God for all these wonderful products. But still, I made that move, and I had to take care of him. That money was still there because I took advantage of the wave. I took advantage of the time and the freedom that I had, and built the business while I could. Build the business while I could build the business. And we don't know what's in store for us in the rest of our lives. We just don't know. And so I think it's so important to look into the future and say, how would my life be if I had total financial freedom and health freedom and lifestyle freedom to make decisions that were not really planned for me, that I would not have made, but life throws us curves sometimes. And the beauty of this industry and the beauty of this business is that you build it when you can. You get into that momentum, pull out all the stops, do whatever it takes. Once your check is up there and God forbid something happens and you have to take off, you can do that. And when he was well, we were able to take off, and we went to Australia for 35 days, and my check kept coming in like clockwork right into my bank account. It was wonderful. I didn't have to worry about the money. And that's a beautiful thing to not have to worry about. So if you're struggling right now, which we all did it, we all started from zero. And like Sandi said, I remember sitting in the hotel room with 6 women and working on showers. Some would take showers at night, some in the morning, and it was a fun time actually. But we were serious, We were serious. We pulled out all the stops. We did what it takes, and that's what the key is here. You have to do whatever it takes. You have to, whatever the problem is, whatever you're dealing with, you have to. Can you still hear me? My phone go out?
Yes.
Okay.
You're
good. Join the wave. Do what it takes. You have to be at the summit. That is so critically important because that's going to make a difference in how you build. And getting to diamond is so important, and having that financial freedom. So now I have the freedom to be with my grandchildren and do what I need to do and do what I want to do and build the business beyond what I had ever thought I could do. So there you go. And
Eileen, thank you so much. I'm surprised you didn't go down the path of telling everybody how I used to borrow your credit card to place my orders because I didn't even have one.
Oh my goodness, Colli, that's right. Way back in the day, that's right. We were in a business. Colli, believe it or not, Colli was so broke. Colli got me into this industry 27 years ago? Something like that.
Yeah, 28 years ago.
28 years ago. And we went from a few companies, company to company, and then I got into a company, and her company didn't do so well. So she came across into the company I had Colli and Sandi both front line to me. I introduced Sandi to Colli, and Colli had to borrow money on my credit card to buy her product and pay me back with my commission check. So if you think that you're struggling, Colli struggled and look where she is today. Sandi struggled and look where she is today. I mean, that's right, and that's a story that really does need to be told often, It really does, because it doesn't matter where you're starting out. It depends on where you're going to end up. Right, Colli?
Absolutely. Well, awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. I have one last person I'd like everybody to hear from. This is a young man. This is a millennial. This is somebody I only got to meet like a year and a half ago. This is somebody who was brand new to the Xango family within the past year, and then obviously we're all brand new to the Zija family, but this is somebody who's experienced incredible success, who absolutely knows everything about momentum and catching that wave and what it can mean from people to go from zero to hero almost overnight, and that's Jed Buenaluz. Jed, are you with us?
Hey, Colli, I am.
Awesome. Today's call here, this training you just jumped on for us, guys, is all about going diamond and catching that wave and what that means for. I want you to share not only what has it meant for you to hit those leadership ranks but what it can mean for them to catch that wave and how it can supercharge their efforts.
Well, absolutely. Well, first and foremost, I want to thank you for having me on. I just got onto Wi-Fi. I'm actually here in Berlin, Germany. We had a super Saturday training. I know you were here with us last week in France, and we appreciate everything you do for us, and we're so grateful. Even on your birthday week, you spent it with us in France, and so everyone on the team here in Europe, we're just so grateful for you and you taking time out of your busy schedule to just come out and support us. So we honor you, and we're very grateful for that. But thank you for allowing me to be on. What does it mean to be a diamond? I just, there's a saying that everyone's talking about here in Zija, life unlimited. And what does it mean? I just think being able to live life on your own terms. I don't know who's on this call, but folks, I've been involved in this profession now for 10 and a half years, and I have to tell you, it has been a huge blessing on my life, and it's been such a blessing for me to grow as a person in this industry. I feel like I grew up as a kid in this profession. I started when I was 19, a little bit over 10 and a half years ago, and I was in a point in my life where I was frustrated and stuck, and I was kind of dissatisfied with my situation. And this profession came my way, and it's altered the way I think. It's altered the way I communicate, my attitude level. Everything about this business model allows us to grow as human beings. And what better is it to learn from people like Miss Colli Butler and our incredible master distributor from Xango, Dwayne, who's actually in Belgium right now. So we're learning from the best of the best of the best. And I got to tell you, being a diamond here is just the very beginning. I know anybody on this call right now, if you're saying to yourself, I want more out of 2017, I want more going into 2018, I got to tell you, you're at the perfect place, perfect time, perfect people, perfect company, perfect, spot as we take this company, as we take this organization, as we take this wave into the next level. And we are at the sweet spot, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't know if you feel that. I don't know if you feel that through my voice, but we are at the sweet spot. And one thing I know is going to happen is there's going to be a lot of people on this call and who are on this call right now. Some of you are going to experience the most incredible success of your life. Some of you are going to get on, really take this to heart and focus in on this at the end of the year and go into 2018. We've been sharing with a lot of people right now that the number one income earner in Zija is not in Zija yet. Folks, the number one income earner in Zija is not in Zija yet. So what is that? What does that say, Colli? What does that say for all of us? I mean, that means growth. That means opportunity. That means, a clue that this is going to be big. And folks, look, 2017 is going to come to an end no matter if we like it or not. 2017 is going to come around the corner and finish off. And 2018 is around the corner. I got to tell you, things are about to pick up. Things are about to get, the train is going to start to move. We're going to create momentum, and I'm super excited for every single one of you who've already made the decision. Whether you're doing it part-time, spare time, or you're saying, hey, I want to go full-time. I know a lot of you on this call, you've made the decision to say yes. You've made a decision to say yes to the Zija Nation. You've made a decision to say yes to your dreams, and I'm excited for every single one of you to really make Diamond look really small as we rank advance to all these ranks up to Intergalactic Universe, Double Crown Black Universe Diamond. Because I know Miss Colli Butler has her eyes on not crown, but the top spot here in Zija International. So I'm grateful to be on. I hope in these just 2-3 minutes of me sharing something encourage you. I know we're just getting started, and hopefully every single one of you have made the decision to come to Summit and make the decision to say, you know what, I'm going for it. Enough is enough. I'm making it happen. I'm going to draw a line in the sand in this. I'm going to go diamond. I'm going to make it happen for my family. I'm going to make it happen for my future. And I'm going to make it happen because I deserve to be successful here in Zija. Colli, I'm going to pass it back to you.
Jed, thank you so much, all the way from Berlin, jumping on the call because that's what this man does. He's a globetrotter sharing the opportunity for people to live a life unlimited. Thank you, Jed, to say hi to the team for me.
Will do.
All right, guys, I'm getting to the point of diamond. I have a whole training. You can get it on the Xango by Zija University YouTube channel to go through rank by rank, detail by detail, the entire roadmap from your very beginning in the journey, where the very first thing you do is step 1, become a distributor. Step 2, become active. Step 3, become qualified. What does that mean? I'm going to let the training do all that. This is not the training on every aspect. This today is about going diamond. So we're going to talk about going diamond. So the very beginning ranks in Zija, we're going to talk about, I will go through how to get to diamond. And then from there, if you want to know all the steps and all the details from everything, please go to the detailed roadmap, Zija Recognition Roadmap to Success training, and I'll show you where you can get that. But we're going to talk about the beginning. So there is a roadmap to success, by the way, in your Zija back office. Under, you log in, myzija.com, log in, go to marketing, go to library center, and you will see some documents that I would really like you to go look at and download. One is this recognition roadmap that we're going to be talking about here today, parts of it going diamond. Second thing is the comp plan. Make sure you have that printed out, you understand that. The next thing is the 4-week rolling calendar. Today is day 1 of cycle 1 of period 119. And folks, anybody who hits a diamond in the next 5 weeks, by the end of cycle 2 in period 120 will be invited to the Diamond Literate Convention. Anybody who hits a diamond by the first week in January gets to go on the next diamond trip. So we are going to focus on diamond, and of course we always have the next trip, the next year, the next Diamond Club dinner, because this is something that you can experience every single year. The perks just continue. So make sure you know what the Diamond Club is all about so that you can set your eye on that prize. And then, of course, there's the search button that you can search for any document that you want. So those resources are there. The resources are also all on myownxfactor.com. That's the link to our YouTube channel with all of our training videos and everything. All the documents are there as well, the documents, Zija documents, and Xango by Zija University documents. So those are your resources. All right, let's get to this diamond. Let's just talk about diamond. So active means I have an order. 75 points, it's going to get me some bonuses. 150 will max out in the comp plan. 200, by the way, will give me the daily 5 for free. It's $100 and some worth of product and free in addition to if I just do the 200. But figure out where you need, get in where you fit in, buy a pack, get some double fast start bonuses, make sure that you have an auto ship, our Zija Rewards purchase program, because that gives you points that you can redeem for even more free products. So we want to be active and qualified. Qualified is I have sponsored 2 active distributors. I put one on my left team, one on my right team. I am now active and qualified to earn commissions. And we have to do that before we can hit any of these ranks. So we're going to do that. Now we want to become a builder. How do we build to be a builder? Well, we actually already are a builder. Because when we are active and we are qualified, we are a builder. It's the first pin rank. And the average income of a builder is about $420 a month. So not a bad average, but of course average means the average of the brand new builder to the person who's about to hit the next rank. So it's the average, and the next rank is Builder 500. Now Builder 500 is a sweet spot because our whole compensation plan is about helping people become Builder 500s. The average income of a Builder 500 is almost $600 in a month. All you have to do is be active and qualified and have at least 500 in volume in my left and my right teams. What does that mean? I'm going to personally sponsor people, unlimited number, 5, 10, 15, 20. But they're going to be placed within 2 teams. I'm just going to have 2 teams, so I'm going to help my team. And you're going to help your team because anybody who sponsors more than 2 is helping their team. And so it's a team sport, and it's really awesome. As we go and we help other people and we create volume for them, we help them create checks, and it just gets people excited, and that's why these types of compensation plans build so fast. Because the moment you make your decision to sign up and to get in and become active, then people who your sponsors after you could fall under you, and then you can also do the same thing for your team. So we're all just helping each other. It's really awesome. So I got 2 teams going, one left, one right. I have 500 in volume on each side, and I'm a Builder 500. Now when I get to Builder 1,000, and that's right, it's 1,000 in my left and right team minimum. Could be 1,000 in one and 10,000 in the other. It could be 1,000 in one and 1,000 10 in the other, but at least 1,000 on each side. Okay, left and right teams, we're building. Average income of a builder 1,000 is over $1,100 in a month. Now, guys, this can be life-changing income for a lot of people. For a lot of people, $1,100 a month, $500 a month. The builder 500 can be life-changing for people. It can get them a new car with a warranty. It can move them into a better neighborhood where their kids go to better public schools. A builder 1,000, the average income can give you both of those things. It can give you money for a vacation every single year. So this is a great thing to help people get to builder 1,000. But the big I is your initial first goal should be bronze. The average income of a bronze is over $1,300 a month, and that's where you earn your first success trip. You are going to earn your first trip where Zija pays for airfare, for hotels, for meals, for entertainment, and for training for 2 people, all on Zija's dime. And I want you to know that my very first trip that I ever won in a company changed my life. It was a cruise. It was a 3-day cruise, and it wasn't even a big, it wasn't even the best ship, or it wasn't the best, it wasn't the weak, it wasn't the greatest place. But I was on a boat, and the company paid for it. It was life-changing for me, and it made me want to experience more. And this industry has taken me all over the world. And that's what this bronze can do for you. You will spend a weekend not just you will spend a weekend with people who are not negative, who are not dream stealers, who are people with dreams and hopes just like you. You will be surrounded by positive energy and greatness, and together you'll all rub off on each other, and you'll want to experience even more and get to the next level. So at bronze, I've got 1,500 of my left and right legs, my left and right teams, and now at least one of the legs that I personally sponsored, remember I could have 5, 10, 15, 20, at least one of them, there's a Builder 500 in it somewhere. And I want you to understand what that means. You never have to personally sponsor anyone who ever becomes a leader. But you do have to personally sponsor people and help them sponsor people and help them sponsor people until you find someone in each of those legs that does have a dream and that does want to build it. And so we are looking to create Builder 500 legs. Again, it does not have to be the person I sponsored, but somewhere in the leg there's somebody who's building the business, and we just find those people and work with them, and we get compensated as if they were our personally sponsored frontline leader, which is really awesome in this compensation plan. So at least one of my legs has a Builder 500 in it. I am now a bronze, average income over 1,300. I got my first trip, and I'm on my way to leadership levels, to silver, average income over 2,500 in a month. That means I have 2,500 volume, my left and right teams, and one Builder 500 leg. And then on to gold. Guys, gold is over $3,400 in a month average commission. And there is somebody that's on the speaker line that's got some background noise going on, so if we could mute that line out, that would be great. The gold gets to take part of Team Benz. This is a car bonus. You can buy any car you want, but if you buy a Mercedes, you get double the bonus and, of course, all the other perks. So, guys, you could hit gold just by finding somebody in the leg on the left team that goes silver and someone on the right. Doesn't matter who sponsored them. Doesn't matter where they are. Just finding and helping 2 people, one left and one right, go silver will get you to gold. The average income is over $3,400 in a month. And then we go white gold. White gold average income over $4,400. I've got 6,000 on my left and right teams minimum. And now I have 2 legs that I've developed somewhere in those legs, a Builder 500. And then I'm going to go platinum. Platinum where the average income is over $5,800. Where I've got 8,000 in my left and right teams. And I've got 3 Builder 500 legs. And then I'm going to go emerald. Emerald, the average income is over $9,000 in a month. Because in emerald, you start to earn a leadership check matching bonus. I'm not going to explain what that is. It's just more money, and that's why the income goes up. I've got 12,000 in my left and right teams minimum, and at least 4 people that I personally sponsored, somewhere in the legs of Builder 500. And these are the ranks leading up to Diamond. Now, the next part of our roadmap, but I'm not going to cover all of it. I just really want to focus on Diamond. The next part of our roadmap are the senior leadership positions, Diamonds and above. And I'm going to kind of focus on 2 things, Diamond and Black Diamond, because both, there's a Diamond Club and a Black Diamond Club. There's a Diamond trip every year and a Black Diamond trip every other year. And there's incredible income here, so you decide where you want to go. And just remember this. If you're serious about your dreams, whether you've ever experienced success in the past or not, as you go to Summit and you meet some of the people that you're going to meet, you're going to find out the only difference between a leader and somebody who's not a leader is the leader did something, took massive action, made a decision and went for it. And if you make that same decision and you take the same action, you'll get the same results. And if we do it in the momentum cycle, you're going to do it way faster than you could have ever even imagined before. So this is what we need you to know, so that you know that these Diamond ranks that we're going to talk about right now are yours if you want them and if you're willing to do what it takes to get them. So Diamond, what does it take to become a Diamond? A Diamond, I've got my 2 teams. I have at least 15,000 in volume on each team. And 5 legs I've personally sponsored where there's a Builder 500 in there somewhere. Remember, I have 5 legs I've personally sponsored. There's going to be either 1 left and 4 right, or 2 left and 3 right, or whatever. We only have 2 teams, so we're helping each other create the volume. So 5 legs are personally sponsored that has a Builder 500 in it. It's going to be placed within the 2 teams, and 15,000 on each side. So what that means is, as I'm looking, I'm sponsoring, I'm developing, I'm working, I find someone on the left team, doesn't matter who sponsored them, could have been spillover from the upline. It could be somebody sponsored on my 132nd level. It doesn't matter, but somebody on the left team who wants to go gold and someone on the right team. And we help and develop a gold on the left team and a gold on the right team. That's all it takes for us to go Diamond. So guys, I want you to put this. I want you to take a picture. I want you to put it on your refrigerator. I want you to put it on your bathroom mirror. I want you to put it in your car mirror. I want you to put it on your toilet seat. I want you to put it wherever you can see it often. And I want you to dream big, plan big, expect big, and go big. Because Diamond is yours if you want it. So what does it mean to be a Diamond? And I'm going to skip through some of these ranks here because this is not a training on everything. This is a training. We can go double Diamond. By the way, Diamond, the average income over $11,000 in a month. It's a 5-figure monthly income. This is like, when I first started in this industry, the $500 a month was all I was like really looking at first, and then $1,000, and then it was like replace my income as a police dispatcher. Then it was like, well, no, I want to make double that, so because I was a single mom. I don't want to have to get married again just to have a second income in the household. I decided I wanted to create the second income, and I did that, and then and only then, because I started with the poverty mentality, then and only then did I dare to dream and say, 5 figures in a month. Could it be possible? And as I met other people who did it, I said, absolutely, it's possible, but do I have the guts to do it? Do I have the guts to do it? And you know what? When enough was enough, I said, absolutely, heck yes, nothing's getting in my way. And that 5-figure monthly income is yours if you want it. It's the Diamond level. So let's go Diamond. And there's a double Diamond, by the way, 20,000 left and right teams, over 15,000 a month. A triple Diamond, 30,000 left and right, over 25,000 a month, and lots more perks and benefits and points in the pool and all this stuff. And then Black Diamond, I'm going to talk about that. From Black Diamond and above, we're going to look at monthly volume now. We're going to look at monthly volume in your sponsor tree. And so for Black Diamond, I've met the other qualifications, but I have 200,000 in volume. Now, what does that mean? Well, there was, I don't know, hundreds of people in our Xango family that had accomplished the requirements that are here. At Black Diamond, I mean, I didn't even mention that, but at Diamond you can open a second business center. At Black Diamond you can open a third. There's one-time bonuses. There's another Diamond Club. There's more trips. And the average income is over $32,000 in a month. Guys, dare to dream. Set your sights high. And I'm not going to go through all these other ranks. What I want to do is just get to the Diamond perks. So let's just recap. Going Bronze, first goal, average income over $1,300. Win your first trip. That's a nice, great part-time income, but a full-time income is gold. And as a gold, we get the Team Benz, an average income over $3,400, and that's replacing a good full-time job. And then going Emerald. Going Emerald over $9,000 a month, taking part of the leadership check matching pool, and then going Diamond. And there's all these different Diamond ranks. But one of the big things about the Diamond that makes all the Diamond ranks so worth it is this thing called the Profit Participation Plan. And I'm going to spend a minute and talk about that because the average income of a Diamond that's over $11,000 a month, that and the other incomes I mentioned, that does not include a share in the Profit Participation Plan. The Profit Participation Plan is something that Ken Brailsford, the founder of Zija, a billionaire, has set aside 25% of the net profits of Zija into 5 separate pools. These pools are being shared with the Diamonds and above. The first pool is called the Business Catalyst Pool. It opened in the spring of 2011 for Diamonds and above. And the higher the Diamond, the more points you get in that pool. And the money in that pool is very significant. You qualify for it monthly, meaning you have to hit the Diamond rake every single cycle of the month, not of a period, but of a calendar month. So if there's 4 Fridays in the month, you got to hit 4. If there's 5 Fridays in the month, you got to hit 5. But every Friday in the month, if you're a qualified Diamond, then you get paid, and they pay it quarterly. So, there's a lot of new people to the Zija family, and a lot of those people are going to be receiving their share for their very first time of the Profit Participation Plan in October at the convention, because the third quarter is July, August, and September. It is paid October 15th. That's when they do the profit and loss of the company and look and see what the numbers are and see who earned how many points, and they give the shares and they send the checks out. But I think they're going to be giving those checks at convention this year. Very exciting. I've never been part of a company that does something like this. I've never been part of a company. Zija pays out 50% of the comp plan, and I've experienced that before. Xango paid out 50% of the comp plan of all commissionable volume. Zija pays out 50% of all commissionable volume. But I've never been with a company that shares the profits with the leaders, with the people who are building it. The next pool is going to be called the Life Unlimited Pool. It will open when Zija is doing $300 million a year. And guys, it's expected that we're going to hit that by the end of this year. It's going to be open to Black Diamonds and above, and that's why I focus today on Diamond and Black Diamond, because there will be a lot less people in that pool sharing the same amount. There are people in the Diamond pool that are earning 5 figures a month in addition to their Diamond checks for being in that pool. There will be 5 times the potential in the second pool when it opens, because there'll be 20% of the people, which means whatever you get in the Diamond pool, if you're qualified in the next pool, in the Life Unlimited pool, you're going to get 5 times that amount minimum. Guys, it can be staggering, which means pool 3, it'll open when we're doing $600 million a year. It's right now they think elite diamonds and above, but they haven't determined that for sure, but that's what they're looking at, which means a lot less people sharing another 5%. These are all 5% pools. So guys, if there's people that are earning 5 figures in the first pool and people that can be earning 5 times that amount in the second pool, imagine earning 5 times that amount if you get to the third. So elite diamond, heck yeah. Imperial diamonds, That pool opens up at pool 4 at $1 billion, and then pool 5 at $2 billion. Guys, we're going to the $1 billion. There's no doubt in my mind whatsoever. We're going to $1 billion. The question is, how much of this do you want? I'm telling you, and I'm not making any income claims at all, but when I did the math on these pools, in addition to those monthly incomes, once you learn the skills, use and share products and opportunity with others often. I've been teaching that for 28 years. Use and share the products and the opportunity with others often. Once you master that, which you will with practice because everybody does, the only people who aren't successful aren't using and sharing the products and the business with others often. But as you do that, master those skills, I've hit 5 figures a month in 7 different companies. I'm not bragging because I wish it would have only been in one. I wish I could have found the right one the first time and be 30 years in the same company right now making like enormous amounts of money and having the lifestyle of my dreams. But I've picked wrong several times. But guys, once you master those skills and if you catch a wave of momentum, I've done 6 figures in a month in 2 companies, both times because I caught a wave of momentum, both times because they were special stories and a momentum wave that happened. And when that happens, you can do 10 times what you can in a non-momentum cycle. Now, obviously, 5 figures a month I've done, but 6 figures because when I did it in momentum, when I did it catching a wave. But guys, I'm looking at this. I think there is 10 times that amount possible in Zija for people who want it. So that's all I'm going to say is truly Zija is offering life unlimited to you. And what does that mean? The success trips, diamonds take every single year. The first time you hit diamond, Zija pays for it, and then they'll pay for it every single year if you just stay qualified at least one cycle out of every period for 5 months of the contest of the qualification period. The qualification, the next diamond trip is February 22nd through 26th. It's 4 nights at the Gaylord Palms Hotel in Orlando, Florida. And again, airfare, meals, a day park hopper pass to Disney World, and you get to participate in a Zija Miracle Service Project. So the diamond trips, the qualification periods are for the year, so for 2017. So it started the first cycle of 2017. It ends at the first cycle of 2018. If you hit diamond, you're invited, and you will get to go on this trip. So if you want to go, just know. And by the way, to hit diamond, you do have to hit it 3 weeks in a row. So set your sight for December, whatever the second week of December is, that's the day you want to go into your diamond qualifications if you want this trip. The black diamonds, there's a whole separate black diamond club. By the way, you get so many other perks as a diamond. You get not only the calls, and you get the diamond dinner and the recognition, the awards banquets, and you get all kinds of other awards. But you also get these trips every single year that Zija can pay for. And then black diamond clubs have black diamond success trips. And again, same qualification. You got to hit it at the end of 2017 to go 2018. These are every other year. So if you don't hit black diamond, obviously, you can, by the way. I've seen people go to these ranks overnight. If you just found someone left and someone right that went diamond, you could build a black diamond business quickly if you just find 2 leaders and go to town and go to work with them. Somewhere on your left and right teams, doesn't matter who sponsors them. But you missed this one, the next one will be in 2020, and you'll have all the way to the end of 2019 to qualify for that. But the 2018 trip is in Lima, Peru. It's 6 nights. It's 2 nights at the Westin Lima and then 4 nights at the Tambo del Inca in the Sacred Valley. Local excursions, again, a Zija Miracle Foundation project. This is going to be an amazing trip. So I want to thank you for all of your time and just dreaming and thinking about going diamond. But to close this up here for today, my sponsor, my mentor, Ray Herron, who was personally sponsored by Jim Rohn, and I'm so grateful he was. Because of that, I feel like I was personally sponsored by Jim Rohn. And Ray came from even worse of a poverty mentality than I did. But because of that relationship and because of this industry, has developed even a greater $1 million mindset than many of us have. And he certainly has been through some companies. He's experienced momentum. He's built companies to the top, and he's worked hard and not caught a wave, just like me, and still had success, because if you use and share the products and the opportunity with others, often you will experience success. But he's also caught those waves and driven some massive volumes, some massive leaderships, hit massive levels, but more importantly has seen massive change in people. So Ray, and don't worry about time because this is really important, and I just really want you to focus on the message that you prepared for all of Zija Nation here today.
Thanks, Colli. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. It's always a pleasure to be on the phone with you. And, Colli, I think about, I listen to you. You're such a pro, and I admire you greatly. You're just a phenomenal presenter. You're a real giver. I know you just came from Europe, and I think those people are not even in your pay leg. You were over there doing meetings for, but you understand this industry like probably most others do not. That the rising tide, it says, lifts all ships. We do have two legs. Binary means two at Zija. So you got a couple of legs, and you just got to cut. That's your business. We get paid on one side. Colli, I learned something the other day. I really did not know this. Most of you know that I really wasn't a fan of binary compensation plans my whole career. I had to defend the plan that I was in. So I really never learned much about the binary plan, but the more I look at it, the more sense that it does make. It really does. And this computer actually, even though we get paid up to 10% on our lesser leg here, that's actually, the computer is actually paying 5% from the side that you think you're not getting paid on, and 5% on the side that you are getting paid on. Am I right about that, Colli?
Absolutely, and I'm glad you brought that up.
So I think that's real unique. But I made a couple of notes. I just want to talk with you folks here today. Sandy says it's hard to hear me. Can you hear me okay, Colli?
I hear you better now. It was a little muffled, but you're better now.
I'm going to see if I can make an adjustment. It is AT&T, Anyway, I'll try to speak up. I made some notes here today, and some things that I want to ask you to at least ponder and consider, all of you. I wrote this note: success in this industry is not rocket science. It's simply effort and timing. The timing, it couldn't be better here at Zija. Let's talk about the effort. It's not as difficult as you might think. It really isn't. I mean, we do work hard, yes, and I heard some talk about building fast. And, I always used to say there's two ways to build: fast and wrong. But that's just me. And some of the leaders you're going to see here at the company, they do build fast. That's just part of their makeup. But I would say we're not the majority. I can tell you that. Most people, they have a bit of order in their life. Those of us that's reached some pretty high ranks in this industry, we probably don't have a lot of order in our lives. But in a sense, we do. We have great order in our business, and we see the vision. My mentor, Jim Rohn, said, look, if you can paint the promise, people will pay the price. So I think that's an important thing for us to internalize. We've got to get fairly good. You don't have to be great. Fairly good at painting the promise to people. Now, I love products, and the network marketing industry, it couldn't exist if it didn't have unique products, the kind of products that you, for the most part, you can't find anywhere else. There's something unique about every product within every industry or within every company in this industry. So that's a given. But I don't concentrate on selling people products, and I want you to think about what I'm going to share with you. I don't concentrate on that. I concentrate on people that, there's a pretty famous guy out there. He talks about owning your life. He's a man by the name of Don Fala. He's been around, much longer than I have. I've been doing this for 32 years, but he's made quite a good living teaching people, you know, to look for people that want to own their own life. And, of course, that audience is as large as it gets. Everybody wants to own their own life. And Colli would attest to it, Sandi would, and certainly everybody that's been on this call today. We do own our own life here. But here's what we understood probably from the very beginning. It would cause 6 girls to share a room in a hotel going to a convention. This is what it is. I've often joked about this with people, saying all distributors get wealthy sitting around their dining room table with a yellow pad and a pencil figuring out the numbers. And I laughed about that and joked about it a little bit, and I used to say, listen, that while that looks good, my mentor taught me that activity is the only thing that's going to produce results in your network marketing business. And that's pretty much true in life. Activity is the only thing that really matters in whatever we do. If you're a mechanic working on cars, you got to be pretty active and work on so many cars a day or you don't eat. Same is true in our industry. So just keep that in mind. But, you know, I just talk about painting the picture for people, and I let them know when I'm prospecting people that I've got a business that would allow you to own your own life, and let them know the progression. Most people don't understand network marketing. If we lead, you know, we're a great network marketing company, and I'm kind of like Joe Morton used to say, I'm proud to be a networker. But if we talk network marketing to people, you know, they throw up the double cross sign and they don't want to hear us. I don't go there. It eventually gets around to that. But I start talking about them, if you will, owning their own life. And I show them how that's possible, and I want them to understand that little scenario I was discussing about sitting around the table and diagramming it. Because most people absolutely do not understand the progression, the dynamic progression of numbers in a network marketing model. And so I often tell people, is it worth 2 to 5 years of very part-time effort, 2 to 5 years of very part-time effort for you to reach a point during that time where you now own your own life? The decision is yours. Do you keep your full-time job, or can you stop, enjoy life, and you own it? And the answer to that question from everybody, if you're serious about the way you ask it, they always say yes. It gives me the opportunity then to share the opportunity of Zija with them. Being a binary is 2. And you know, just you all know this by heart, but I want you to really think about it. I'd like you to write it down and look at it pretty often. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, 1,024. Now, you can see the progression of those numbers, the geometric progression. It's fascinating. It was fascinating to me when I started 32 years ago. I studied those numbers, and I thought, wow, this is possible. I was really painting the promise for myself when I understood that. Now, this doesn't happen overnight, so I want to encourage you. If you're new here, or maybe if you've been here for 15 years with us and you've never really had the success, I'm not sure you're concentrating on the building blocks, the foundation. We can't build a skyscraper. I'm not the author of this stuff. I've read it many times by many people, several different ways. The structure won't stay up if you don't have a foundation. It takes for most people, I'm talking the average person that's working somewhere, that's got children, got meetings to attend, they got church, they got all kinds of things in their life. I'm talking about the average person out there has to comprehend that you've got to build this foundation, and for most people, it's a 2 to 5 year program, building this foundation. If you keep in mind, especially, Colli, in a binary where people get put underneath you that you really had nothing to do with, if you get to looking at those numbers and realizing that, hey, man, maybe I'm not making all the money I want to make right now today, but I can see what my life is going to look like in 5 years. I've seen these numbers. I know what these people at this level are earning. Believe me, you'll get there. I made a note, the will to succeed. Where does it come from, and is it possible for you? It's absolutely possible for you. It's probable for you. If you understand that you're building a foundation your first couple of years in this business, you've just built a foundation. You're working underneath those two legs. You'll sponsor more than two people because you'll be excited about what you're doing, but they got to fall down those two legs, right? And others are doing the same thing. If you don't get off track and you understand that that's what this is about. You're teaching people, showing them how that they can join forces with you with a great company like Zija, and over a 2 to 5 year period of time. Extra sharp people will get there quicker, but that's all right. They're in your business. You'll just get there quicker than I'm telling you. But just know that it's a 2 to 5 year plan. And if you will get really good at presenting a promise to people, painting a promise for them, showing them how this business model works. Now, if you'll go back to that same number I just gave you, those numbers, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, it builds just that way over time. Not overnight, but over time. It gets there. And you plug in whatever number you want. I mean, most of us here, we're going to use $200 or $300 worth of products that we buy from ourselves every month. You multiply those numbers out and divide that in half and say, I'm going to get paid on this much money at $100 volume per distributor, maybe $200, maybe $300, maybe more. And you're going to see that I'm right. If you stay focused, if you don't give up, and you work this thing for 2 to 5 years, you're going to own your own life. You're going to be wildly successful, and it'll be the best decision that you ever made. Most people don't win in this industry because they don't have that vision in front of them. They can't see it. And so the will comes from being able to see it. When you see it, that's where it came from for me 32 years ago. I was dead broke, 4 children, and behind in all my bills. And all I could think about, Colli, was, wow, if I do this and they do that, this is what my business will look like. That's what kind of gave me the picture. And so I know that can happen for you here. And everything I see, this is a great company. It's a great opportunity. They got great products, and we still got our Xango products. I just don't think we can lose over here, and I think most of you, even though there might have been a slight change in the way you were being paid before at Xango and what you're being paid here, if you will internalize this geometric progression of numbers and start working your business like most people that are already fully employed somewhere else. They build their business in 15 to 20-minute spurts several times during the week when they can. And they attend a conference call like this on Saturday, do some one-on-ones when you can. If you'll do that over time, don't put undue pressure on yourself. I want you to be diamond next week. And some of you will be diamond next week, next month, 3 months from today. But you will get there. You absolutely cannot help but get there if you don't quit. Jim Rohn used to ask this question. He goes, hey, look, are you doing all you can? He said, doing less than you can do will set you up for failure for the rest of your life. Doing less than you can do will set you up for failure the rest of your life. He said it does all kinds of psychological damage to you. And I know that's true. In our personal lives, in our business lives, doing less than we can do is really not a good thing. And he said, some days you just have to have one of those don't kid yourself days anymore. Am I really doing all that I can do? And the answer for most of us is no, not even close. I'm not asking you to sacrifice anything. I'm not asking you to sacrifice your family budget, or anything else. Just understand that life only expects out of us measurable progress in reasonable time. And I'm just talking to you today about measurable progress in reasonable time. I've given you a 2 to 5 year plan to get absolutely free, give you the opportunity to own your life with this opportunity. And you can do it a lot quicker if you're highly motivated. So, Colli, that's about all I want to say. I know we've kept the people a long time. You had a lot more valuable things to say than I did today. But I want you all to know Cheryl and I, we really appreciate you. We're glad that we're here. And had a great call today from one of my good friends, Joe Morton. We had a wonderful time visiting. It's been a little while since I've talked to him, and he realizes that, hey, it's chapter 2. They've handed this off here to a good company. They're taking good care of us, and just know that if you're not where you want to be today, think about these numbers I've said and start putting in your serious effort the times that you can, and you will own your own life in the very near future. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Colin.
Awesome, Ray. Thank you so much. And I love your address to those of us that came over from Xango, because it can be confusing to go from one comp plan to another, or the transition. And so there's definitely some challenges that can be faced there, and it's good to address that, because we are overcoming those challenges, and it's an opportunity to grow. But I see about half the people on this line were not part of our Xango family. They are coming and starting from zero without. And some people I see on the line, I recognize as Sandy's guest in her home, this 18-year-old who obviously has not even done any type of company before. So whether or not you've come from Xango or whether or not you've come from another company in the past, your experience in learning how to paint the dream, to share the vision, share the opportunity, will definitely be valuable. But whether or not you are a brand new person starting out who's never done this before, or you've got some experience in talking to other people, it doesn't matter, because we've got the learning curve for you. And I'm going to close this call out, and so that we can end the recording. And then I'm going to go ahead and stay on the line for a few minutes and show you the resources of where you can go to get the information that you might feel like you need in order to develop the skills and get that roadmap for your journey to Life Unlimited. So thank you, everybody, for your time, and stick around if you want to see where to find the resources.
Great job, Colli.